Guess who's back? Back again. Blackjack's back at this shit. Alright. My sister and I have been having an interesting. That's disgusting. It'll always be disgusting. Having an interesting discussion about this game because she's watching Markiplier play the game currently, and where we last left off was where we last left off was so where we last left off with the game, or at least as she did with Markiplier, was around this section, and when Hinako was doing the torturous thing where she was, participating in the ritual or ceremony that it was to get the arm, get branded, get the mask. And she and I were discussing about what all these things possibly had meant. And I was discussing with her with the endings that I saw in the game, because I kind of went ahead and I checked out some of the endings. Even though I hadn't yet played the game to experience those endings, I had already played the game, and so I had already experienced the ending for one of the game, right? So I've already experienced it somewhat. So I had decided to go ahead and check out the other endings for the game, and in it, alright, so Alright, so like I said, or at least I was checking out the other endings for the sake of seeing what they had to offer. I got the drug overdose ending where Hinako, just loses her shit taking those red capsules. So, and where my sister was left off, she got to the part where Markiplier is at this section of the game, or is at the section of the game where Hinako's getting the new arm, the branding, and the mask. And my sister, she has like her idea or ideas on what the ending means, or what the true narrative or the focus and direction of the game is. And I kind of, it wasn't an issue. I just explained to her that Silent Hill is going in the direction that it does, that Hinako is not nearly as dependable or as reliable as a narrator, right? So that if Hinako feels a certain way and the endings and the gameplay reflects that,
We made a promise to each other.
Yeah, it took me a long ass time to figure out what I was doing wrong. Pages from an observation log. Hey, Mr. Rabbit, guess what? I've decided today that I'm giving you a new name. It is more erratic, as if the writer was overcome with emotion. Your new name is Hinako. Got it, Hinako? Don't you think it's super cute? It's the same name as that awful, horrible, mean, cruel Hinako who left me all by myself and went far, far away. I hate her. I know why she threw me away. It's 'cause I'm dark and I'm sad and mean. Dang it, I forgot the stuff I needed to cut off Hinako's arms and legs. Oh well, I'll just cut her into tiny pieces tomorrow.
She should leave me.
Alright. Alright. No one left behind. Okay, got a trophy with that one. So yeah, the more that you play the game, the more cutscenes that are removed and other cutscenes are added in place of them to clear up any confusion that may be occurring to, for the sake of the player, right? Because when I was playing the game the first time around, I understood jack and shit about the story and the narrative, and that the only thing I really understood was that Hinako had some issues about something, it had something to do with marriage or whatever. Dear Hinako, good luck and bad luck are two sides of the same coin. For one person, today could be lucky, but for someone else, it might be the opposite. Right now, a bright sun shines upon you, but that sun also makes your shadow very long and dark. Dark shadows draw evil toward them. I really didn't want to send you a letter like this on your special day, but I just couldn't get it off my mind. I sense that your fortune has taken a turn for the worse. There's just something that not right about the sun and the shadow that surround you. Where are you, Hinako? This should be the day for celebration, yet the note was left unfinished and crumpled up. Grandpa is saying that he'll let the shrine come to an end after his generation. Not many people bother visiting such a small, insignificant shrine. It seems nobody wants to go to the effort of coming all the way here to pray to Inari-sama. There are hokora and statues dedicated to Inari-sama all over town. Anyway, older folks just go wherever's closest to them to pray. There's no reason for them to come up to the shrine. But if there were more devout worshippers, if people held more respect for the shrine, then maybe Sennin-sugi Shrine could be restored to its former glory. Are these just events unfolding as the gods have planned, just like Grandpa always says? Does Sennin-sugi Shrine no longer serve a purpose? No, it simply can't be true. I've heard how the gods weep. Alright, let's drop some stuff off. let me guess. I have no EMA. I have the faith to pay, but no EMA. So yeah, the thing is with this game and with some other Silent Hill games is the narrator is not a dependable source of information. So Hinako has got some trauma that isn't being dealt with or handled in a healthy or positive way. So what instead happens is she... Okay. Alright, so I gotta go to the one over here then. And that the more that you play the game, the more that details and information become clear and obvious. And first time I was playing this game, I really had no idea what was going on or what the game's story was about. Until after the second time, this is my second time playing the game. But unfortunately, it doesn't get any easier.
Hinako, you came for me. I'm scared.
Two must face each other as one to pray for mutual prosperity. Those who do shall lift their heads to level height as if they were reflections in a mirror. As custom dictates, with the shading of light shall you condemn the past that's dark.
Please get me out of here.
Nope. I'd already been through this before, so...
What are you doing? No, I don't want to be alone.
Too bad.
Hinako! Hinako, help me! Help me! Don't leave me! I don't want to be alone! Wait! Please don't go! We promised to stick together! You traitor!
I lied, as I have from the very beginning. Oh. All the doors just open? Okay, cool. So yeah, like with many main characters or playable protagonists through the Silent Hill games and franchises, a lot of them are undependable and unreliable narrators, like James and a few others. So what you get with this one is you get a girl who has some trauma or experience that has left her with a bad impression on what a marriage is and what a husband and a mother is, or a father, right?
Hinako, you look even more beautiful today.
Yeah. And because of it, you get this game where the monsters are not quite so obvious, right? About what their intentions are and shit. I remember there's a monster this way. Really? Ah.
Get out.
Yeah. I don't know why, but the first thing that I typically do, even when the prompt to perform a counter has been made, is I will instead dodge because even though I know that I could counter it, I just unfortunately perform a dodge instead, and then I deal with it as if it was just a normal enemy I needed to dodge. Okay, so let's try this so that I can open that blue door. And let's hit him with this so I can open the green door. Okay, here we go. And shut.
Stuffed animals. Fashion magazines. Wrinkles. Room.
Sorry for writing you a letter out of the blue. I know we could just talk at school, but when I'm around you, I always end up whoever wrote this stopped here. Hey, I know this is really last minute, but would you mind coming shopping with me on Sunday? I want to know what clothes would look cute on me. From a boy's perspective, that is. What do you... Letter ends here abruptly. I love you so much. You never leave my thoughts. Rinko. So it's pretty obvious who she loves, right? And because of that, it's also pretty obvious who she hates too. I wish I could live in a world where it's just Shu and me, but I don't mean that I want the rest of the town to disappear. No, what I truly want is a world where Shu and I can bask together in the spotlight, with everyone else standing in the background as our supporting characters. I don't suppose there's a spell I could cast that would create such a dream world. There we go. It's pretty dreadful that we get this instead. Like, if the player just, got stuck in here, it wouldn't be obvious or apparent that you had to check these things first, right? Alright. Alright.
I'm warning you. Don't try to stop me.
Oh. God, jeez. And when I was like checking out some of the other stuff going on related to this game, I saw like maybe some cool things. Like people were actually creating. It was weird. It was one of the sickest things I've seen like ever. Right? Like people were actually creating cosplays from some of the monsters and bosses in this game. I thought that was cool. And not only did I think it was cool, I thought it was epic too, you know? Like, I thought those bosses... Like, for starters, they had amazing creature design and they were terrifying in every possible way that they were, right?
You were up in dreamland. I've helped you countless times. Was it going to be you? You've got it all.
Just die, bro. Just die. I really do hate those things sometimes. Alright. I gotta get the white one turned now.
It'll do me some good to finally be rid of the burden that is you.
So, my question is, are Rinko, Sakuko, and Shu, are they actually dead? Because it's not terribly apparent to me that they're actually dead, right? Like, are they just out of play? Do they serve their purpose in the so-called dreamscape? Do I got it right? Sorry for the sudden cut there. Just had to take care of something real quick. Oh, hello. All right. All right.
Chizuru-ya? No, no. I have to let go. I need to move on.
So before I activate the puzzle, I'm just going to take a quick look around. My first playthrough, I recall there being some things to pick up. Fox origami. The handwriting here is erratic. Hinako, why are you here? This was supposed to be my chance to talk with Shu alone. Why the hell are you here? And why the hell are you cozying up next to Shu? That's where you belong. And the cherry on top, Sakuko decided to tag along too, just because of you. But I can't forgive her. I mean, she did do me a favor of dying soon enough anyways. How long are you going to keep living for? You're already dead. Quit haunting Ibisu Gaoka like some pathetic ghost. So much for being friends, right? Like, Japan has like this very... Today I bought all my friends candy from the candy store. It's a lot of fun to eat with friends than to eat alone. It's just really sad, man. It is. Shoot! Alright. Alright, so... Oh, I was lucky. Alright, Rinko.
Why you? Why did you get it all?
So let's get green. And red. And let's see if I can get a path going with this one.
I want out of your world.
Alright. So I gotta get the door turned white now. However, I gotta find a way to get in here. I don't know how I got so lucky with that one. I probably remember in a previous playthrough I got shocked like that, I guess. Or surprised with a sneak attack or an ambush like that. Alright, Alright, do I have to find my way back and activate the red doors now? Okay. I think I have an idea what I gotta do. I gotta loop around to the other side of Rinko's cell and take care of it that way. That is if I... No, I got it.
School. It all seems like ages ago.
Probably because one of the things that makes Hinako a unreliable narrator is the fact that even though
Recess.
she appears to be 16 or younger in the game, she's actually in her 20s and she is said to be married off to Koto Yuki. There we go.
And now, Rinko and I. Rinko
Really?
is power.
All right. Rinko's Diary. I should have never pretended to be something I wasn't. If I hadn't, then I would have been able to look Hinako in the eye. I could have told her what I really think of her, put her in her place. But I've let everything sit and fester, and now the wound has turned necrotic. So even though this is the day all my wildest dreams are coming true, my heart still feels heavy. The handwriting is chaotic and full of violent energy. This is the bed I made, so I'll lie in it, but I won't ever, ever forgive you for what you did to Shu. How dare you hurt him? Shu may not cry or scream at you like I know he wants to, but I'll make you feel his pain all the same.
I have to work so much harder for everything. I actually tried!
Just for once. Think about how he feels. You're a traitor. You played with his heart. Say you're sorry. Get on your knees and beg for forgiveness. Can't you hear me? Why don't you say something?
Oh well. I mean, I kind of felt bad about Sakuko because bits of information you learn about her as you play the game is that she, unfortunately, is somewhat not necessarily all the way there, and that the reason why that is because she's autistic or is, you know, diagnosed with a mild form of autism. So it makes a normal human interaction with her all that much more different.
Guess this is the last time I get to call you that. Huh?
And apparently, something that my sister told me about the actress for Hinako is that when she was doing the lines and doing the scenes, she was actually like very different after all of it, and that it was all like just very surreal and very different for her. She didn't feel the same. She didn't feel herself when she was doing the lines. And I can totally understand why, you know?
You really struggled to keep your first plant alive. First time showing this to you. How embarrassing. I worked my butt off on that kanji test so I could get this. Remember? I had a truckload of these notebooks. I filled up my entire closet. My most prized possession. I wouldn't let anyone other than you touch it. That's weird. Where did it go? Oh, not a big deal. That's just what it means to forget.
Sheet of paper. Carry not any memory of what has come to pass beyond this point. Let all bear upon the pedestal first. The door shall not open to those who harbor regret in their hearts. Cool.
Partner, I need to know what your final decision is.
And even though like my opinion of Shu isn't that great, I still like don't necessarily hate him for what he is, right? And he was just a guy who didn't want to give up his most beloved friend. And even if that way of him not giving up his friend was getting hooked and addicted to drugs and narcotics, which is something that I understand. I don't have a great opinion of drug dealers, but I can kinda understand why he would do it. It's just like he was messing with drugs, narcotics, plants, herbs, and flowers that he really had no idea of the powers or the effect that it would have on people. And I suppose the correct answer would have been not have been a drug dealer and not have been, putting that, that leverage, that force, that energy or power over Hinako. But, if I have to put it like this, I don't hate Shu as much as I hate Rinko. Or I don't hate Sakuko as much as I hate Rinko. Because I haven't yet seen the video of the talented voice actress for Rinko yet, but I want to at some point. I'm sure she's aware of the I'm sure she's aware of the fandom that doesn't have a great opinion of her, right? Like, she's probably aware of it, and she doesn't need anyone telling her, hey, the fandom doesn't like you, sort of thing. And she's like, no, I know, I get it. And that was kind of the point of the character in the first place. So like I said, I haven't seen the video yet, so I can't even begin to understand what she thinks of her character or what the player's response were to the character. But I can imagine that probably something that I will see is probably something that I, had to be told about how actors are not their characters type of thing. Because a long time ago, when I saw the Revenge of the Sith movie, I was 9 when that movie came out, and I saw it in theaters, and I had to alright, before we get into this, I had to be reminded of a pretty early lesson on by my mother that I didn't like Anakin past the second or third act of the movie because of his, him succumbing to his selfish nature and to the dark side of the Force and betraying Master Windu and giving Palpatine the edge by slicing his hand off, the hand that was holding on the lightsaber and making him a easier target to deal with, and then him going on the temple. I was like, wow, I really didn't like that actor for the role that he played. And I had to be told by my mother, well, that's just him being a good actor if you could say that you don't like him for the role that he played. And I was old enough to understand the wisdom in that, and yeah, I apply that rule and that bit of wisdom from my mother to other characters and other roles, right? And I understand things now. I understand things a lot better now than I did then. Is this the Prager's boss? It is, I believe. This was one of the more disgusting boss fights in the game I had to deal with. I was like taken aback by all of it. Like just all of it. This is horrible. I'm telling you, man. I was surprised by this one. Really? All right. Oh. Hello. Well, damn, how about that? I was surprised by that. I didn't realize I was that close to finishing it. Like, holy shit, man. That kind of surprised me. So before we leave, we're gonna take a quick stroll around, see if there's anything of value worth picking up. And it appears there's not, so let's just, you know, move upstairs where the MacGuffin is for me to progress forward. All right. Yep, here's the comic. Okay. Where am I supposed to go? What did I do? Did I do it wrong? What did I do? Oh, I was supposed to go this way, right? Yeah, I went the wrong way. I shouldn't have gone down there. Alright, here's another one of the more unsettling scenes in the game. Like,
You came back, partner. I wanted. It's alright. Whatever the outcome, I'll respect my partner's choice.
so I think the next thing coming up, normally, in the first playthrough would be the ritual, where
Must be hard for
the
you
arm,
to
the
bid farewell
branding,
to
the
childhood friends.
the mask gets
Yes.
placed upon her.
No. It had to be done. As soon as I could. I'm so very sorry for what you just saw.
You need not apologize. I should be begging your pardon for forcing this pain upon you. Onward.
Shu. Ringo?
Alright, I think I'll continue only so far ahead to get to a Hokora, and then I'll save.
How come? Shu. The plan's to meet up. At your place, right? There's just too many. chasing me?
Yep.
Well, maybe they had to get away from that thing.
Probably. So I know that placing the...
They had no choice but to go on without me.
Sure.
That has to be it.
Yeah, just go ahead and just tell that to yourself. That's totally what happened. But the Jizo statues are instrumental in getting the sword, but it won't be until my third playthrough of the game before I get it, apparently. I don't know. It just seems like in order to get the sword, you have to play the game again. It seems like not all the Jizo statues are available for you that early on in the game, and alright, I don't have everything I can to... It doesn't seem like I have everything I can to put the supplies or what I need in here, so I think what I'll have to do is I'll have to worry about this later. But for now, let's just go ahead and save the game, and I'll see you guys next time.